Down, down, down by the river. Do you know what that's a reference to?
Matt Foley, motivational speaker.
No, but.
Down,
Well, do you know what that's from?
Down.
I mean, no.
That's the Baldur's Gate 3 theme. What are you talking about? You
I
both
haven't
say
played the
you've played
game.
What? I thought you said you played it with your wife.
No, Emily's played it. I've never played it.
Oh my god. And you
I'm
call
a
yourself
virgin.
real gamers?
I never did that.
One time, my wife sang that song, and I said, dead ass. I looked at her and said, "That's really cool. I didn't know. That's really cool that you made up lyrics for the song. That's really cool."
No, there are actual lyrics to the Baldur's Gate 3 theme.
That's crazy.
I am a gamer in the way that I don't have an analogy here. This is Junk House.
It's a psychobilly freak out.
Welcome back.
I was trying to say that I only really do like turn-based games and roguelikes.
And then you're like, oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is a turn-based game.
Right.
It's not a
And
roguelike.
so
And depending,
It's not a
well, no,
roguelike.
it depends. It depends on how you view roguelikes, because start a new campaign, make a new character, it's fresh. It's a new run. Just like, and you can make a new character that has different base abilities, just
Like
like
a
how a deck
rogue.
in Balatro has
I will
base
say-
abilities.
a
you can make a
roguelike.
team of only rogues, and then it's technically a roguelike.
That's true. Although the actual, I'm pretty sure the actual definition is that the mechanics of the game are built on you intentionally having to
No.
die and start over again and again and again. But I could be wrong. I don't play them, but all the time.
You could play Baldur's Gate 3 like a roguelike. It just would
You
not
could.
be what was intended by the developers.
I think that would be speedrunning as well. That's how you would want to do it.
Yeah, you would have to speed run to roguelike it.
Listen, I
What
bet
great
there's a
game.
Baldur's Gate speedrun. Hold on. Baldur.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm curious what the categories are more than anything. Speedrun.
Okay. Anyway, for me, pulling up this game real quick, do I need to hit multiplayer or new game first?
Are you making the character right now?
Well, I figured I'd have this to look at what the stats and stuff were, but I didn't know if you picked class and things first.
You can just do new game, and then
Okay.
I mean, if you want to build the character right now, you can, and then we can just jump into that world. But we can.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know how we wanted to do this.
How about-
I had it ready in case that's the direction we went.
Well, here's the first thing. Here's my pitch.
Okay.
Also, real quick, listeners, this episode is us building a Baldur's Gate 3 campaign that we will probably stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just so you understand. I'm pitching that we do light modding, and the main one I'm thinking of is adjusting party size so that each of us can have one companion that we control.
I like that
I like
idea.
that.
So that's just bumping it up by 2. So that means who's everybody's favorite companion? Cordell hasn't really played. So is there anybody that you're interested in that you want to control? Because I think the way I do campaigns for Baldur's Gate is like doing which companions we want to do, and then lining up our characters with those, so we just have a badass team of badass teammates.
Well, let me look up the companions.
While you do that, I've looked up on speedrun.com Baldur's Gate 3, and there are 3 categories for speedrunning. Okay. So there's any
I'm looking at them
percent,
too. Holy shit. Okay.
any percent all acts, which the fastest is 16 minutes and 57 seconds. for any percent all acts, and then sex percent.
Which is 1 minute and 52 seconds is the highest.
I
Which
don't know
obviously
how.
that is having sex with a character.
Yes.
I think that implies that there are super easy. Like one of the companions probably really likes you really fast. Well, no, that makes sense. I think it might be Karlak. Because she is like, I haven't touched anybody in forever. You want to touch me? Wow, let's do it.
I think so. I think that sounds right. Also, for our campaign, I think we have to do Karlak as one of our companions.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this page for companions. There's origin, non-origin, and then there's like hirelings. Are hirelings what we're talking about, or companions?
We're talking about the origin. So the origin should be like Shadowheart, Lae'zel, Asterion. Those are the ones that we are talking about that actually have like stories in the game that we can follow.
Okay.
And we learn to love them.
So we're thinking we need Karlak.
These are also our romance options.
Oh.
These are ones you can get with.
Are you doing Karlak, Caleb? Excuse me. Are you having Karlak as a companion?
Yeah, I'm gonna choose Karlak as the companion for.
So Karlak is a barbarian.
Our campaign, yeah.
Karlak is a barbarian. Here's the fun thing too. The whole reason we're even talking about this is patch 8, the final patch of Baldur's Gate 3 just dropped. And it dropped a bunch of new subclasses. It dropped cross-play, again, with consoles and stuff. And it also dropped a new camera mode that we will probably be using a lot of. But I think we can make a lot of the companions, the new subclasses, just to be a little fun. Should I run down what those are real quick?
Do you pick their subclasses?
Yeah. You fully pick the character.
You can also fully change their class if you want. So if you really like Asterion, but you don't want you want to be a rogue and not have like dual rogues in the party, then you can make Asterion be a warlock or something, or a wizard or something.
Wow. Okay.
Most people, I would say, do not change their classes, but it is possible.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to run through these new subclasses, though.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Bard, we got College of Glamour, we got Barbarian, Path of Giants, Cleric is Death Domain, we got Druid, Circle of Stars, Paladin, Oath of the Crown, Fighter, Arcane Archer, Monk, Drunken Master, we got the Swarmkeeper Ranger. Excuse me, let me take that again. We got the Swarmkeeper Ranger, the Swashbuckling Rogue, Shadow Magic Sorcerer, Hexblade Warlock, and Blade Singing Wizard. Blade Singing Wizard, folks.
They're singing about the blades.
They're singing about the blades. They're using the blades. They're getting the weapons they've needed this whole time. Finally. Folks. We're putting weapons in the hands of people that need them. By the way, tariffs are going up 35% tomorrow and then down 40% the next day.
A masterful gambit.
People have been praising it. People have been reading my book, The Art of the Deal, once again. That might be my worst Trump I've ever done.
It was fun. It was funny.
I've improved my Trump impression significantly.
I can tell. I think once he became president, all of us did it. All of us became better at doing Trump.
I had more reason to do it lately. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For me, looking at the subclasses in the game in general.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, Way of the Open Hand, is that the one with healing, or is that
for Monk?
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe Way of the Open Hand is the healing one.
Yeah, there's...
I think you I think you're thinking of something else.
No, yeah, because
The open hand is like Battle Master Fighter. You get extra maneuvers that you can use for your flurry of blows. For your flurry of blows.
Oh, I'm thinking of Way of Mercy.
That's
the one. That's what I was thinking about. Okay. Then I'm probably not gonna do a monk.
They got a drunken master.
They do, but I'm gonna play the most sober character imaginable.
Oh. Okay.
Just the most sober character possible. It's the only way.
Do you want to be a paladin then?
Well, okay. I'm thinking between Hexblade, Swarmkeeper, Circle of Spores, and maybe Beastmaster, but probably not.
Okay.
Which one of those sounds the most chaste and most sober?
Well, I don't know that I want to lock in a whole campaign on one joke I made about not being a drunken monk.
What, Cordell? What are you talking about? That's how you have to do it.
Okay, well, that is an important question for us. Do we want this to be a campaign we play and like try to do legit role play stuff, or do we want this to be a silly time play campaign?
I think Porque no los dos. Because, like, this is your first campaign. Right. So, like, honestly, you could make a very serious character and focus on the role play. And then I could make Penis McJohnson. And, like,
awesome.
Just in the background, my character's looking like an insane person. And you're just like, you're Cloud Strife. And then you got Grimace in the background. But if you want us to take it seriously because it's your first campaign, we can also do that because that's also fun. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't, because on the one hand, I do a lot of D&D in general. So like I could jump straight into the silly and be okay. But I also, a DM in real life has the ability to take my silly and work it into the plot. My silly in Baldur's Gate may just ruin the game. And stop us from doing campaign stuff.
It never will, I will say. So like I've had one of my characters that I decided to try like a modded mystic class. I named them what? Her melons. Because I made her based off of like watermelon, like she's red and green and she's a little gnome. What I'm saying is I've had some very deep, beautiful, moving roleplay moments with Watermelon. You can have meaningful stuff in this game.
Okay.
And it won't ruin it.
Okay.
I want to say I once had a character in Baldur. I have started 4 campaigns and abandoned them. Fair. One of them, I had a little blue gnome. His name was Virginity Rules. And he looked like blue Shane Top from Smosh. And that was the whole idea. But I think here's my pitch. What if for this first campaign, because we may do it again in the future, who knows? So we approach it seriously, but some of our ideas for our characters' ideals can be on the joking end of things.
Okay, so legit campaign, but we have a couple humorous additions to who our people are.
Exactly. Like, here's my first pitch for a humorous addition.
Okay.
We pick our party members, kill everyone else.
If you, that really depends.
Yeah,
feels
I
like
know.
it really
I know
ruined
it fully
things, Caleb.
if you want to go evil and you want to get Minthara, then for sure let's do that because you got to anyway. But here is also my pitch. I like the added silly. My character idea, I was thinking, I've definitely played the most of this. I think now at this point I've finished 2 campaigns. I was thinking I should make my character a tour guide. So the idea is I'm bringing y'all through the world of Baldur's Gate as like a little tour guide.
I like that idea because here was my idea of like I'm gonna take a serious character but have the joke premise is I'm
Yeah.
going to pick a band that I listen to regularly and use that for the name and the ideals, but make it like a regular, like a full character. So like it
By
might be
ideals, do you mean
Steely
like background
Dan.
or like the actual like morals? The
Actual
character's ideals and
morals, like the
morals.
like
Okay.
what the character would say is going to be guided by Steely Dan
Okay, yeah.
or King Crimson,
Yeah.
like something like that. That was my kind of half joke, half real, or
Right.
very real with a joke guiding it. Character that was that, yeah.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Yeah, that was that would be a dragonborn wizard, obviously. King Gizzard, the Lizard
Ooh.
Wizard.
You could make the Montion or Montion? No. What's his name? The robot that throws up and destroys the universe.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Oh, it's spacing me. It's escaping me.
What is the robot's name? What is the robot? He's got a name. I don't know. What is the best class for a like, babysitter or like tour guide?
Paladin, I think. Because, like, I think Paladin is the most protective, and I feel like part of the tour guide experience, as somebody who's given a few tours of different places at, like, visiting people visit a college like ASUBB. I was one of the people to give them tours. A lot of it is making sure people don't go where you don't want them to go, and a little bit of that protective type idea.
I'm down for a little paladin. The only paladin I've played is an Oathbreaker, which is always fun. But I can go. That'll be okay. I'll start Oath of the Crown, and if something in the story, if y'all keep pissing off my character so much, I might break their oath and go Oathbreaker.
There we go. I like this idea a lot.
My also pitch for companion for Cordell was going to be Shadowheart.
I think
I know my
Shadowheart.
character. I've made a decision.
Okay, what's your character?
Okay.
My character is going to be Nicholas Mage, and it's going to be a Swarmkeeper Ranger that uses the bees specifically.
Oh my gosh.
So you're going to be a human? Human
No.
male?
No, not going to be human. I don't
But
know
you
what
can
race.
make him
I don't know
look
what race
exactly
I'm going to
like-
be, but I'm going to be Nicholas Mage.
Yeah. You could
I
just be
have to look at. I'll have to look at the
Cage,
species now.
because you have a cage and you're a ranger. But mage is
Nicholas
also good.
Cage. Well, if I'm Nicholas Mage, I think I might hunt like enemies of mages because that's one of the favorite enemies. Is
Oh,
the
yeah.
mage. Oh no, Mage Breaker. I could just kill mages.
You can break mages in half?
I guess.
But yet Shadowheart is the cleric.
It'd probably be good to have a cleric around. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think I
Yes.
am gonna have Steely Dan be my character.
That feels like a dwarf.
Yes, a dwarf. Wait, what if it's Steely Dan and he's a rogue that pickpockets everyone he
Oh.
comes
Ooh.
across?
Oh, that's so good.
I like that a lot. My brain was also saying like druid or something like you can change your skin.
I had thought about that too.
For
Of
the
like, what if
regular
it's like a
Steely,
steely person, but
Steely person.
Dan.
Then I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna freaking say it. I like Lazel. I like Laser.
Laser's good.
And people are like, "Why do you like her? She's so mean." And I'm like, "She's hot."
Cause
There
she
you go.
I think my companion might be Laser. I keep coming back. I like try to romance other people, and I'm just like, no, I like Laser too much.
I get
Laser,
that
I hardly
completely.
know her.
Oh, Laser. I hardly know her.
Okay, names. What names you got? So Rickless Cage, Rickless.
I'm thinking Nicholas Mage, personally.
Nicholas Mage. Okay, because you're a mage murderer.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning right now.
Because you could change the naming to like to where there's nicking less mages. I don't know. I want there to be less mages, so my name is Less Mages.
Oh.
Nicholas Mage.
I think Nick Mage is probably the way I'm going to go with the name.
Ooh.
Nick Mage.
Yeah, because his
But
full
then
name's
it makes sense
Nicholas.
because like Nick is to nick someone is to
You cut
cut them.
Yeah.
So are you cutting mages like Nick Mage?
Yeah, I'm going to be a mage. For my favorite enemy, I think I will choose as be a mage breaker. I'll gain proficiency with Arcana, and I'll get True Strike, and I'll have an advantage. And then Wisdom is my spellcasting ability. So I'm gonna battle spellcasters. His funny
like
thing is
this.
he's gonna hate people that cast spells while he casts spells.
I like that. Steely Dan, swashbuckling
Nick.
rogue.
We do need. I guess we'll both be sexy because paladins are also charisma. But we'll have a good couple of charismas on our team.
High charisma. I want to say Steely Dan is not going to be like I'm going to try to make it not the most attractive character I've ever made.
Yeah, highest charisma of the party, ugliest.
Yes.
My character's name is Madam Lying Flame.
Madam Lying Flame. I like that. Okay.
Do you get it?
No.
There's a
Miss-
really famous nanny that's played by a man, specifically Robin Williams.
Are you doing Miss Doubtfire?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Madam Lying Flame.
I love that.
Okay, Nick Mage is gonna be a deep gnome.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
He's gonna be a little dude. So listeners, if you've only listened to Junk House and not like Not Wonderful, you don't know that I only play weird little freaks.
He really does.
I'm 6'5" in real life. When I role play, I'm exclusively small weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
So Nick Mage is going to be my deep gnome, and he's he's gonna be magical.
The deep gnome is real. Holy.
It would be funny to do a deep gnome named Deep Roy after that actor who played all the Oompa Loompas in the Willy Wonka movie.
Oh my god.
I
like Nick. I like Nick Mage.
Nick Mage is better, but
Nick Mage is good.
Nick Mage is
You
good.
heard mages.
So we have Karlak,
Laser.
Laser.
And
Shark.
then I say we get Shadowheart just to have a cleric.
Chart, yeah.
Bet. Okay. That means you got a romancer.
Oh, Nick Mage is going to break his vow of hating spellcasters to romance Shadowheart.
Nick Mage goes from no spellcasters to one spellcaster.
One spellcaster.
It's holy. She's not a mage.
Well, I need to figure out why Nick Mage hates mages, and that'll help guide this. But he won't hate Shart, I promise.
He can't hate Shart. That's who he's destined to be with.
Oh, I'm gonna romance. Nick Mage is going to be like unstoppably attempting to romance her. He will not play it slow or subtle, like every flirtatious option every time. There will be no subtlety to Nick Mage's pursuit.
As it should be.
Very good. Yeah.
Karlach is just like, hey, I want to hug you no matter what, so.
Do you know a little bit about the backstory? Do we want to tell Cordell about some of the like backstories
How much does Cordell want to know?
Or do you want to go in like pretty blind?
So I want to go in pretty blind, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Bet.
I want to not know very much. And then I'm going to see what we can get up to in this game.
Bet. I am going to be like, while we play, I'm going to be like, hey, you should go look over there.
Yes, I want that and I need that. Because my wife and I play games very differently. She checks every nook and cranny and I just do what I'm told to do. So I will need you to be like, hey, there's a thing over there you want. And you need to go get that right now. I need that.
I am also going to force some stuff. So like on the first ship, there's a fight at the end that if you do something you're not supposed to, which is like attack somebody that is, you would assume that is just going to kill you, you can get their sword, and it's just a really good starting sword. So we're going to do that for sure.
Sick.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm probably just going to, I'll be a backline, just like letting y'all do while also picking up the stuff and like guiding y'all to the cool stuff.
Yeah, because you're going to be a paladin we decided on?
Yeah, I'm going to do Oath of Crown. And then depending on how the story goes, we'll see. I might break my oath.
Ooh.
There is a fun thing.
See it.
This will go into your character decision. There is an ability that you can get throughout the game that makes you more powerful, but there is like a downside, there is a consequence,
of course,
to adding to these powers. Do you think either of your characters are the type that would give in to the temptation and want those extra powers? I won't say what they are, just so you can have the experience of finding those out. But
I don't know. I think Nick Mage will either, because he's either going to be a mage killer because he doesn't like magic and will use as few spells as possible, or he's killing them because he wants to be the best mage.
Ooh.
So it really depends on how I decide, and I don't know that I will know until I get some reps playing the character.
Yeah, very fair. I also pitched that we make the characters after this recording.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm also what you might call excited for this.
Me?
Yeah.
Gungaga.
Oh, you don't even know about Halsin?
No, I don't know anything.
Minthara.
About Minsk?
Oh, I do know about Minsk, just in general, but I don't know about him in this game.
You don't know about Matt Mercer voicing Minsk in Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate is a great game, and I've been really liking. Have you been seeing anything about like the actors?
No.
Since the game, the voice actors have been like doing a lot of stuff on social media and like hanging, and they're like friends now. The voice of Lae'zel, her name is Devra. She did a whole series on TikTok. She's British. She did a whole series on TikTok about trying ranch for the first time. She had never had ranch, and she became immediately obsessed. And it's a great little series if you want to go down the mayo. What? The ranch pipeline.
There's mayo in ranch if
There's-
it's made
yeah.
properly with
Yeah.
any respect for the human condition.
Yeah.
That's what I say. That's what I'm
What I
saying.
say. I'm saying it the whole time, every day. So,
All day, every day.
okay.
Every day.
What if we make little D&D freaks now? We've made our real characters for the Baldur's Gate campaign.
You just want to make the freakiest Baldur's Gate characters imaginable now?
I just want to make little freaks. And Cordell, you are the best of us at making little freaky
Oh,
characters.
I'm going to get so unhinged.
Yeah.
So, what if we could build our characters in D&D 5e? Like,
Like in D&D
Right.
Beyond.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we can make little freaks.
like just D&D Beyond Little Freaks? I'll do that.
Our
I
Baldur's Gate
think so,
freaks.
yeah.
Well, because what we could do is like, if we make freaks right now, we could do a thing where we'll do a session, like we'll play a little bit in our real campaign and then play a little bit in our little freak campaign, and we could go back and forth and just juggle far too much.
That would be insane.
That would be insane, yeah. It'd be fun to see in real time how they diverged, but maybe we make these in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, we could figure out something to do like a evil campaign because I've never done that at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna build Steely Dan in D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Wait, you're building Steely Dan in D&D Beyond?
Or are we just building other little freaks for a future? Is that
We're making
Well,
true little freaks.
Yeah, if we're doing D&D Beyond, I say we just do little freaks because I don't want to build it on the internet and then build it again in the game.
you're right. Okay.
What level are these
this-
little freaks going to be?
Ooh, real quick. How about this though? There's a browser-based Baldur's Gate 3 character builder.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do the appearance, but we can do a little
Yeah.
interesting, you know?
So we're making little freaks right now.
We're making little
baby
freaks for the future.
Do I need to log in?
No, you will not.
No.
You shouldn't have to, at least. I'm going to do, my little freak is going to be a freak that I've never played, which is a halfling. I haven't played a halfling in Baldur's Gate 3. I have in real life. Which I think we're going to go hardy. We're going to go strong heart halfling. A buff little baby that can dance like a man.
My little freak's name is Jizz Biscuit, spelled JIZZBIZZCUIT.
Yep.
Mine's going to
Um,
be Frondo Badgins. And he's gonna be a
Rondo
little
bad
freak.
guy.
Frondo bad guy is so much better. Frondo bad guy.
Mine is named Scrumph in all caps.
What kind of little freaky is he? What flavors?
Oh, I'm going to make a dragonborn little freak.
I'm gonna make a half orc little freak with a criminal background. Everyone has to pick criminal. That's
I was doing folk here. No, but criminal's so much better. Criminal. I don't know what class this. What kind of little freak is this? A cleric little freak? No.
I feel like Jizz Biscuit is a barbarian who is really good at athletics and survival.
What level are we making these freaks? Just one?
Make it level 5.
Okay.
I'm going with shadow magic. I feel like Frondo Bad Guys is all about his shadow magic.
Yeah.
Turning invisible, spying on the weak. He looks like Frodo Baggins if Frodo was an absolute menace and was missing like 5 teeth. He's going to be able to make minor illusions.
Okay.
And he can chill your bones.
Okay, Scrumph is a drunken master monk.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Jizz Biscuit is a giant barbarian.
Ooh. Yup. Disguise self. We gotta have disguise self at level 1. Also sleep. He's gonna put you to sleep. He's gonna steal your things. He's gonna crawl into your house. He's gonna steal your life.
Scrumph is strong, dexterous, and has good constitution, and is dumb, bad with people, and not wise.
Yes. Same with Jizz Biscuit.
He is proficient in acrobatics and religion. No. Actually, yes.
He's proficient in religion, so he knows how to piss off religious people even more.
Yes. He only knows enough about religion to make you mad at him.
Frondo has no constitution.
Dang.
But he's really smart and really dexterous. But he's sexy. He's sexy.
Ooh, he's sexy.
Look at that
He's so
sexy
sexy.
guy. Blindness. He's going to be all about being a rude little dude.
Scrumph is a tavern. No, yes, Scrumph is a tavern brawler.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Like, I'm not building him to make sense as a character. I'm building him to. But I'm going to increase his con with the tavern brawler. Right? Because
I think so.
your strength modifier is added twice to the damage and attack rolls. It might be funny if he's a monk that is more strength based than dex. Because you can choose to sub in dex for strength, right?
I'm not sure, actually.
I don't actually remember how monks work.
I don't remember. Okay, I have created my boy.
No, he's just tough, actually. That's all Scrumph is.
My boy is a giant half orc that, ready for this? Because of the criminal background, gets a +4 to stealth rolls. So he is a stealthy little guy.
I love him.
Also gets +6 to athletics. This is insane. Don't ask him to look at anything, though. He's not very perceptive or investigative.
My little guy, Frondo Bad Guy. His spells are only assholes. So we got like disguise self, sleep, counterspell, blindness, darkness, enlarge, reduce. But yeah, he's got a stealth of 6. 'Cause I'm a
Okay.
shadow sorcerer, baby.
This is
Yeah,
gonna be
Scrumph's
so
just a
good.
monk. Like, nothing going on. Oh, but he's so stupid. I love him.
Such a dumb ass little boy. So cool. Now we got little freaks.
We did it.
What a great game. What a great
What a
game.
good game. Speaking of good games, it's been a while. Welcome to the Junk House Everything draft.
Ooh,
Whoa.
it has been a mother freaking twile.
I forgot about the everything draft.
I
I
never
didn't even know
forget.
this existed.
Never forget. That's what I learned on 9/11. Anyway, now I'm trying to find our spreadsheet of all of our stuff. So give me just 1 second to find that. Do we still have it? This is the problem. Do we still have it?
We
Everything.
should.
There it is. Okay. It was in a different place than I was looking. Okay. So it's been a while since we've done this. So I don't want, I think we're not going to worry about y'all, either of y'all not being in on it. We're just drafting. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it all together as a family.
Okay, what's the theme of the theme of this draft is things you would give your character in Baldur's Gate 3. It can be anything in the world. But like something you would give a character in Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm specifically doing the ones we made. So like Madam Lying Flame.
Yes, Nick Mage.
Steely Dan.
Okay. Who's going first?
Cordell, why don't you go first?
Okay. I would give Nick Mage a sniper rifle.
Incredible.
I think that's a good idea.
Best way to kill mages is before they know they can cast a spell on you.
Stealth bomber. I would like to give Madam Lying Flame some child leashes.
I know this is not what you meant, but like, I also just imagine, like, you know, the things you see when it's like a kindergarten class out on a field trip, and it's just a rope with a bunch of loops on it, and all of them have to hold the loop. Like, I imagine it's like that. That was the first thing my brain thought of. Oh my gosh. I love the idea of just Madam Lying Flame with Steely Dan and Nick Mage unleashes. I would give Steely Dan $20.
Okay. Just to be nice.
Yeah, just to be nice. I feel like everyone could use $20. So I'm just going to give him $20. I don't know what that converts to in Baldur's Gate money, but
12 copper.
That's something.
No,
Cordell,
Baldur's Gate only has gold, so
it's probably 20 gold then.
probably.
Cordelicious Definitious.
So along with his sniper rifle, I would give Nick Mage 30,000 little cowboy hats to put on his bees.
Aww.
I think Nick Mage is a cowboy. I think that's a decision I just made.
Very good. 30,000 little
Nick
cowboy
Mage is a
hats for
cowboy.
bees. Very good.
Do we have a bard in our party?
No.
I don't think we have a bard in our
No
party.
bard.
Then there is a cowboy hat we can get that you can wear. It's for bards, but you can wear it.
Here's the thing. Steely Dan could be a bard because he's named after Steely Dan.
But he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have
So, listeners, you'll see by the time we start streaming if Steely Dan is a rogue or a bard.
That's tough.
Okay.
Because bards can steal as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. That could be like College of Shadows. And then basically, well, I don't know
True.
if that exists in Baldur's Gate 3.
Let's see. Let's check real quick. I would like Madam Lying Flame to have a gravity hammer from a Halo. I don't know if we've used that before.
Grab hammers are the best weapon in all of Halo
Yeah.
ever.
And imagining she will be an orc, a half orc.
Awesome.
Imagining a big old orc with a big old
Beautiful.
grab hammer. is pretty
That's what the game's all
sexy.
about.
Amen.
See, this is just something I had to think, what would Steely Dan want? And if I'm being real about it, I need us to all think about this. It's 4 ounces of weed. Just like a ton of weed.
Just a whole ton of weed.
You've given him 20 gold and 4 ounces of weed.
Exactly.
Okay. Caleb, this is just you on a Tuesday.
No.
You're just giving yourself what you would want.
No, I want more than $20. I don't really want the weed. No, because here's what I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about like what would Steely Dan really want? Because
And-
like
yeah.
well, he would, because like here's the thing, he's probably really stressed from being on this campaign and like, you know, getting kidnapped and put in the nautiloid and stuff for a little bit. You know what he would really love right now? A little bit of weed.
A little bit of weed.
Weed. Get a little high.
No, that's fair.
Take a
That's
little
fair.
edge
Guy.
off, you know?
Does he have that in Baldur's Gate 3? No. So he's a little stressed out dude right now.
That's fair. That's fair. I would like y'all to know on a completely unrelated note that I am less than 100 experience away from being Lord and Invisible Woman on Marvel Rivals.
Oh, that's very nice.
Okay, that's
Well,
actually
yeah,
massive.
Let's check in on all of our rivals' thoughts real quick. How are we feeling about this new season? What it's
Really like
feeling
Emma
like?
Frost. She's actually really good.
And
as a
Frost is
tank.
pretty fun.
I've yet to play her. I wanted to get Lord and then
Fair.
get some reps in. I think I'm a one-trick pony is what I've learned. Is like I have a character I like playing that fills a role that people often don't like filling, and I don't know that I ever want to like diversify too much and learn other characters. Like I know that's going to make me a far less good player, but I never get tired of just hopping on and being Invisible Woman.
I mean,
I've
fair. She's fun.
I've been thinking lately about because I was like yesterday I was playing Baldur's Gate on my wife's computer. I'll probably see if I can install it on this computer for our streaming purposes and see how it is on Mac. Because if it's horrible on Mac, I'm gonna figure out how to do it on my wife's computer again. But and how we can do that.
Yeah.
But I have been debating, because Rivals is already on her computer and my Steam profile is already there. So I could start playing Rivals on her computer when she is not at home and using her computer. And in that way, when the three of us play together, we could all play comp together and help each other really just
Ooh.
climb the ranks.
That sounds Gucci to Michi.
I like that. I like that. Just sneak in when she's gone.
Yeah. Well, it's not sneaking.
No, it's
she,
sneaking.
she knows.
No, it's
Nah,
It's a sneaky.
It's a
okay,
sneak.
You
it's
gotta
sneaking.
cast pass without
Okay,
trace before you
it's-
do it.
It's
It's
sneaking.
sneaking.
You're right. It's sneaking.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Also, just looking at our everything draft, it is kind of wild. Apparently Cordell won the first 2 rounds once we decided who won what. So that's pretty crazy.
Absolutely insane, master.
just looking at it, I think Sammy's going to win this round so far based off
Yeah,
the four
I
things
do
each of
think
us has.
objectively Sammy wins.
Objectively,
I do have a
Sammy's winning
gravity
so far.
hammer.
Yeah.
Gravity hammer. You also have a movie theater and a professional chef.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What do
how
I
long.
have?
I don't think
Yeah.
we've done this since like early technical season 2.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We forgot this existed.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
hot minute. What?
Well,
I win.
you win. I'll get you next
So
time,
far.
though, with 30,000 bees wearing little cowboy hats.
So,
Oh,
listeners,
fuck, you're right.
we'll maybe once we figure out the stream, if it's between episodes, maybe Sammy and I, or if it's all three of us, maybe we can record a little feed drop, like a little few minute thing, just being like, hey, by the way, this is where we're streaming. This is the information. Look here, and then we can after that put it at the end of the episodes and stuff.
Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, only one of us will really need to have the streaming set up for the game itself because we'll all be on the same campaign. The rest of us will just be in the videos, like on Discord sort of thing, right?
Yeah, there might be a way that we could like switch
Right.
between them, but I think it probably will just be me. And then whenever we're looking at something that y'all are doing, I can just scroll over to you, or I'll be behind you anyway.
Gotcha. Because my computer will, I think, explode if I tried to. I play on Steam Deck anyway, but I think my computer might explode if I tried to stream any game on it at all.
Fair. Very fair.
I'm excited to get this going, though. And also, streaming will be good, and then we just record the streams and put them on the YouTube.
Up on YouTube.
It's simple as that.
And then the money starts pouring in.
Yep. I mean, the money's been pouring in for Junk House this whole time. I have been embezzling it.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
We've been making $30,000 a year on this.
You're about to say a month? Holy shit.
I was about to say a month, and then I was like, wait, that's too much money.
That's a lot of money. But that'd be
incredible. That'd be hey, if one of you sends us $30,000 a month, then that could be reality, and you could know that your favorite podcast earns $30,000 a month, and we could bring you more content, like a stream every now and then.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
For $30,000 a month, we could do streams every day.
I like the idea of getting turbo rich off of this and not changing anything about our schedule or lives. Like the quality doesn't go up. We don't increase any amount. Like you still get what you get.
Yeah. But you gave us money, so.
Yep, you can't take that back. Legally, no takesy backsies. So. Sorry.
Yeah. If we made money, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably, because here's the thing, they're paying for the amount of effort we're putting in now.
Right. Why give them more?
Give them more?
We got rich off of barely any effort.
Exactly. It's like how I approach work.
Yeah.
You guys gave me a raise for the amount of work I'm doing now. You didn't give that's what you're gonna get.
Right.
Obviously I did something to earn that. Why would I do more?
They don't need to know that you are capable of more because they didn't act.
Nope. That's my advice for this week. Never let anyone know how important you are and what you do, because it's bad. You know what? This is a little bit before we usually do this, but if you want to let people know good stuff, it's our opening and closing theme song, which is Psychobilly Freak Out by the Reverend Horton Heat off the album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em.
Yeah, and if you like this episode, if you like Baldur's Gate 3, you should rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Give us 5 stars. Leave a comment on Spotify and be like, yo, this is my favorite companion. in Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm gonna be so pissed if I see a stream without this companion, and we're gonna say we already chose them, so sorry. We also got a YouTube if you want to check us out on there.
We have an email this week, and it's hilarious because the message got clipped in Gmail somehow, so I have to click a link to view the whole message. It's from Fielding, which is why I clicked the link. I don't get fished that easily. Have you seen this message yet?
I'm looking at it.
Yep. So but the clipped message says Junkhouse, did you know? And then an ellipses and it's over. But the actual message is Junkhouse, did you know? You just got Coleman Domingoed. Send this to 5 friends in the next 5 minutes to totally Coleman Domingo them, or Coleman Domingo will mingo you at midnight. Thank you for subscribing to Did You Know? Stay Cole, man. Domingo.
Get Outlook for iOS.
I like that Coleman Domingo's just out there.
Who is Coleman? Is this
Yeah.
like an actual person?
He's an actual person. Coleman Domingo, I'm most familiar with him from his work on Fear the Walking
Oh,
Dead. Is where I was first introduced him. Like-
yes, he played Rust. He played Byard Rustin
Yep.
in a movie called Rust.
So he's a very good actor, and I haven't seen him in a ton of stuff, but I like that he's out there. I like his vibe. I like his energy. I like what I see him in.
Fielding spelled his name wrong. There's no
Fielding's a fake Coleman Domingo fan.
Somebody right now reply to Fielding and tell them that we can't get Coleman Domingo because it's Coleman Domingo, not Coleman Domingo.
That's some fake nonsense.
That's
and we don't
honestly, Fielding, if you're listening to this, fucking embarrassing.
Fielding,
You should
I would
be
cry and
embarrassed
piss
right
my
now.
pants if I were you.
Honestly,
like, what are
I
you
would
even
piss.
An
I
E?
would piss and shit my pants.
An E in Coleman Domingo? Embarrassing.
If you know what, I know Cordell already said this, but if you want to email us to tell Fielding how embarrassed he should be for misspelling the name of beloved actor Coleman Domingo.
Caleb learned
It's
Coleman Domingo's name 2
junkhousemailbox@gmail.com.
minutes ago and is his biggest champion. So email us at junkhousemmailbox@gmail.com and tell us how you would spell Coleman Domingo's name if you were naming him.
Yeah. And as we say every week,
There's no E.
There's no E in Junkhouse.
There's no E in Junkhouse. There's no E in Coleman Domingo. You've been spelling it wrong this whole time.
It's a psychobilly freakout.